Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. For any show requests, feedback, as always, you can reach us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's YANDEX.com. And as well as check us on out in all of our pages and our links at the bottom of our blog at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. You can check out our links to all of our books in the description below. We have partners or gimmeallthat.com. Wonderful things going on, and you can also tune into us on multiple platforms out there. It is internet crazy, and pretty soon we'll be broadcasting to a place near you, but that's going to be for now. Tune in, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Spreaker.com, and many, many more avenues opening up. Yes, YouTube, you know it's coming. So I just want to put that on out there. Thank you for signing up for the hashtag Winter Transformation Challenge. And we will be rolling that out with the people who have got that done. And that will be announced on the Blogspot, I believe. And also people who have signed up for the hashtag RDDC 2018 Inspire Challenge. I just want to put that on out there and literally dive on in, because there's something that we need to stir up. And I know that you know where it might go. But I was going to do our wonderful segment, hashtag Power of Words. Okay. Tell me that doesn't hit a note. Okay. So the power of words is where we're going. And basically when it comes down to all of these things, it's kind of like, not really a tit for tat, but it definitely hits a lot of notes when you go down to the power of words. And it's the power of the spoken words, you know. Now, these have been around since the time of biblical days and so forth, and they're still around to this moment. I mean, if you look at it, we look at it from every aspect that's available. How important are words themselves? Look at the conversations that I'm having right now with you. We're into this conversation, whether your thoughts are flowing and going or whatever it might be. The power of words, hashtag the power of words, is very prominent. Let's touch some bases, shall we? Now, we have the power of words through all of the ancient scriptures, all of the ancient dialects and everything else going on for communication. Okay, the power of words. Now, even if a person gave you a hug that just reminisced inside of your system forever, okay, and permeated, you still can translate that through some kind of words and express that. When a writer writes a book and they have to describe the scenery that's going on, they have to write down these words, the power within them, so you feel it. Okay, like J.K. Rowling, for example, or, you know, Stephanie Meyer from the Twilight Saga. You know, different ones. Stephen King, you know, he's pretty up there. So I'm just saying, you know, or the Goosebumps series, whatever it might be, of understanding different things going on. You know, like as far as, you know, Stuart Wilde, I love his books as well. Jim Rohn, different ones going on there. So it's always the understanding that obviously, you know, that there's magic and there's power within those words. Now, from the ancient scripts, okay, and transcripts, it's always been said that things were spoken and done. So shall it be written, so shall it be done, right? So shall it be said, so shall it be written. Whatever it might be, those words are powerful. Words start wars. I mean, look at the tweets going on now from different kind of hierarchies and so much going on. Just words. Someone could just say, you know, oh my gosh, I really can't stand that person. It's words, right? And most people are like, oh, I just said a little thing. It's just words. But it's the feeling within them. It's the thought process coming out. When you write a story and you tell a story, those are your feelings being translated. It's not just words written down. It's the words given out. And that's the whole understanding of it. So what are we using the power of our words for? Are we encouraging our life and ourselves and those around us? Are we planting a seed of great justice, love, and peace and harmony? Or are we using them for malice and rambunctiousness, or just jibber jabber within our own ears of our own ecosystem, of our own timeline of life? The power of words is so unique to where, like we had talked about many times, there was that whole experiment going on with the 3 rice jars, 3 clear glass rice jars, both filled up with a few inches of water and white rice. And each one, even the words taped to them, negative, positive, and neutral, still left an impression on all that the complexities of the water chemistry itself. Could have been the rice too, but at the same time, the water changed. We're made up of 70% water as we are adults. So think about that. 90% is we're children. So honestly, if you look at a child's behavior, if they're 20% more water than we are and they're growing up in such a crazy, chaotic environment, you have to imagine if we turn out that way at 70%, imagine how impressionable they are at 90%. So when you look at different things that hurt you and go down deep, most times when I hear people say, you know what, Lex, this bothered me. This person said this to me. This person wrote me a nasty message. This person decided to call me out of my name. This person wrote me a crazy letter the other day, or this email came with me saying my gas is going to get cut off, or someone, put a ticket on my car. I saw a written statement saying I owe $25 and I was 1 minute late for the meter. They're all just basically sign language written down in some kind of scribble on paper that we understand. But it's the power behind them and within them. A piece of paper from a court saying you have a restraining order, for example, against your loved one, we could look at it and say, oh, it's just a piece of paper with words. No, it's the power within those words. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to work. I haven't seen it work yet. But I mean, at the same time, it's there. Well, it works. Okay, I'll say at least I've seen like 10% of it work. But I'm just saying, in circumstances, same thing. You could go up to the front of your class and tell the teacher, hey, this is what my homework was about. This is the answers I want to give to it. And there we go. And they can say, well, that's very nice of you, George. But no, I want it all written down and every question with your marking on it. See, the whole understanding of the power of words is that it's your power. It's your signature. It's your breath. It's your essence. It's you on a form of verbal or written, right? And even actions. So it is verbal, written, and actions, or actions, verbal, and written, whatever it might be. The whole point is your signature. A stop sign is neutral. It's out there to everybody. A yield sign is neutral. It's out there for everybody. But once you put yield by the hands of Mark whoever, or yield by the things of Kiana Jones, whatever it might be, it's still your signature on there. When you send a message, it's your message that's being understood from the power of your words, or the power that's given to you from the existence of all that is. Each of us have our own secret power. No matter how nimble or small or great we may see it to be, each one of us are given that torch to light a flame and spark the world in a great place. A lot of us who are living in malice and hate and anger and devouring all the negativity that comes from the power of words and actions and verbalization are torching the wrong places in life and making a burning pit for the wrong people. But those out there who are using their torch to light up the world and give all that is to all that there will ever be and more are the ones who are permeating their fields of flowers and glory. Do not let anyone turn the power of your words into a negative stipulation that defines ultimately who you are. Do not let anyone define the power of your words to where they can define who you are simply by manipulating the words that come out of your mouth into what they want from their script that they're giving to you. You are not a robot. You are not a person to be used lightly. You are not some rag doll sitting on the side of a road waiting for anyone to pick you up. You were given this power, and you have to understand walking into the supreme and supremacy of superiority of what that is. Not pompous and arrogantly, but wholeheartedly. Not foolishly, but very vividly and wisdom-filled. No one can take the power of what you have been given unless you allow that to be so. No matter from what stature you're at, what level of life you seem to feel that you are not permanently going to be there. See, the universe will always move in a rhythmic tone, but it will always spread to the endless, oceans of the whole universal power itself and the whole ether itself. All that is always moving. Everything is always moving. It never sits still. Nothing stands still because the creator and the greatest spirit of all things and the essence of all that we are is never still. It's always moving and flowing and going. It's always growing and multiplying. If you notice, every single thing, scientifically beyond or not, is always moving. Even when we pass into the next life, we're always moving. We're always flourishing. We're always going and growing. And there will never be a time where we ever stop unless the greatest power of all that is makes it to be so. So remember the power of your words, the power of words, hashtag, whatever way you want to put it in there. It's the whole essence of what and all that is. You are more powerful than anything else out there. So just imagine if you can harness how powerful you are, that's given from the spirit of all things. Imagine how influential your words are. I know there's a lot of influencers that come out there. You know, they're influencers because of their trend or their style or just some phrases they say or how they look. But really, the thought leaders, the people out there really making and moving are the ones that'll shake it up, because the power of words is where it all has its own whole language of beauty itself. Some use for destruction, some use it for construction of magnificence. So just remember that. Where do you use your power? And where is your power of your spoken words, your verbal words, written words, and your actions within those? Same thing. So look at those. Whether you pick up some trash off the ground and put it in a garbage disposal, or whether you see someone hitting someone or kicking a car, you still translate that in your head, and it still gives you something to read from that person. You're always giving away a script. Just make sure you're the one who's writing it, and make sure what kind of script you're writing is something that can be read and passed on for generations to come in a healthy, positive, uplifting way. Make sure your script is not all screwed up to where nobody wants to read it and they lock it away or burn the pages. So this is your host, Lex, wanted to give you some food for thought, some powerful inside of yourself, and put that hashtag power of words, okay? And just leave it in permeation of your spirit, your mind, and your heart. Always remember, get a hold of us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's YANDEX.com, and as well as Real Double Dose Channel.blogspot.com. And you can find the links at SoundCloud.com as well as our Blogspot. Like I said again, just check us out, see what's up. Just look out for anything else that'll be coming and rolling out, because we can't wait to have another community and another platform as well. We're always thinking of you. We're always embracing you. Just remember, hashtag the power of your words, or power of words. Make sure you please tune in. Stay with us. We love you. We definitely appreciate you. And we will be back with you very, very, very soon.